So, okay, are you guys are in different, you're in different towns, right?
Yes, I'm in Richmond, and Christopher is originally from Fredericksburg, but he just moved over to Harrisonburg.
Yep.
Okay. And
So
and Chris, how recently did you move back there from out here in Idaho?
So I graduated in May and moved back about 2 weeks after my graduation.
Okay. So you've been home a couple months.
Yeah.
Awesome. Dude, is that a bobblehead on your shelf back there?
Yeah, it's John Wesley.
Do you know you can't get those anymore?
I know.
I can't remember if it was Sacramento Nazarenes, which is kind of funny if that's where I saw it, or if it was someplace else, but somebody just recently asked where to find the bobbleheads, and somebody else responded there was some type of copyright infringement, and so they had to discontinue that line. So if you've got one, it's a collector's item, dude.
I did not know that, but yeah. So I one of my professors at NNU gave it to me. So
That's you got to keep that. Now Jeff
yep.
has got, looks like he's got like a wedding couple on his mantle behind him.
Yeah, it was a wedding gift from some good friends.
That's
So that
cool.
is supposed to be me and my wife.
Uh-huh.
If you can see behind me, it should say Hernandez family, but you can barely.
Yep.
My head is covering it, but yeah. Um, this is where I work from, so this is my spot. That's just how I set up, and Chris knows that. We've had enough meetings to. He recognizes exactly what my background looks like every time. Mhm.
I thrive. I noticed that I thrive when God aligns me with a leader that values failing forward. Because I am amazing at failing. I'm like so good. I'm like a mutant good
We are all,
at
trust me.
failing. We
Yeah,
fail more often than we succeed, but we hold up success like this thing that it was something that Jesus talked about and demonstrated. Um, the resurrection was the ultimate success of all time, and
hmm
new creation, here we are, and here we come. um but there's a lot of failures, there's a lot of trying, there's a lot of, it's when we can be research and development, it's when we can put on the lab coats and be
yep.
mad scientists, and we can, we can be the DJs and bring in the music and collaborate and stuff. To me, that's where things are really kind of bumping and kicking, and locally, district wise
Yep.
especially, we got some latitude where we can play that music.
and what I've learned is that God will never fail. Like God will show up when you're doing things for God. No matter how small it might be, no matter if it's you're working with 3 young adults or you have a larger group. It's taking risks and believing that God will show up. Um, because I think sometimes we do want to take risks, but we'll say, we don't know if that's actually going to work. And I think Jeff and I, we've been in that position where we've done stuff and we're like, we really don't know if this is going to work. This is a little too risky. Like Jeff told me that Chris, this is too risky. We've tried it before, it's failed, but you know what? We'll try it again because God will show up. And the second time we tried it, it worked really, really well. So take risks, learn to, right now I'm just thinking of Into the Unknown, which is the Frozen 2 like song of like be willing to step into the unknown,
This is Gen
is
Z
the
for
phrase I
real.
want to use. Um, but yeah, and so take risks, trust, and move forward because that's the direction in which God is calling us towards.
I have a part two for you,
Okay.
Kenny.
i'm,
Here's the
I'm
part two.
ready.
You said we rent out stadiums, we do all these things. That's a very interesting point. Here's what part two is going to be. Young adult ministry is about being small on purpose. We'll talk about
Just,
that at some later
you
point.
see, I don't know, I didn't, the emoji wasn't there, but my mind just blew right off the top of my skull cap here.
Yeah.
You have young adults ministry is about being small on purpose. That is something that I am starting to figure out and I'm starting to explore.
Right
You
on.
don't have to be big for a young adult ministry.